Having an annual visit to your OBGYN doctor is one of the most important appointments that women can have. But when your OBGYN doctor suggests surgery, what are your options? Well, joining us today is Dr. Azari and Dr. Kumar with Baptist Medical Group. Both of them are gynecological surgeons. Welcome, Dr. Kumar. Welcome, Dr. Azari.
Thank you.
First thing I want to talk about is exactly what is your area, Dr. Azari?
I'm a gynecology surgeon with the main concentration on advanced pelvic and minimally invasive surgery. But basically, our practice is covering the all benign and including health maintenance and also and including requirement of the surgery. But the niche of the practice mainly on the minimally invasive and advanced.
So you're addressing general gynecological issues, and also when you have to have surgery, then you specialize in this minimally invasive procedures.
That's correct.
Great. And Dr. Kumar, now you are OBGYN surgical oncologist, so you're dealing more with women that have been diagnosed by your colleague here with a malignancy, and then you're there to deal with it.
That's correct. I treat women with gynecologic cancers.
What are some of the new things that are coming down the line for ladies with uterine cancer and ovarian cancer?
Yeah, I think a lot of new and exciting treatments are coming through the pipeline. If we think about surgical options, then keyhole surgery is really taking off big time. Keyhole surgery means laparoscopic surgery or minimally invasive surgery. Also includes Da Vinci robotic surgery. A lot of the times,
and this is available.
This is available
with you. Okay.
Correct. This is available at Baptist Medical Group. We do it every day. So a lot of the times, these modalities provide you with less disfigurement, less pain, earlier return to work, and a lot of the times they have really low infection rates. We get lower amount of blood loss, and at the same time do a fantastic cancer operation.
Well, oftentimes patients ask me if I do the laparoscopic surgery, will they get it all? Or will that surgery be as good as if you opened me up? So you're saying is your success rate in doing the laparoscopic is just as good as open procedures?
Absolutely, and not only that I'm saying it, there are good large studies out there that have been done by the big societies that have proven the same point. Now, laparoscopic surgery may not be for everybody who has cancer. For example, when the cancer is disseminated or has grown to different areas, then the surgery may not be right for you, and that's where you need a experienced person to guide you through that. But the point that I'm trying to make is that inquire from your physician that nowadays majority of the times we are able to offer keyhole surgery or minimally invasive surgery to treat your cancer, providing a quality cancer operation, oftentimes getting all the cancer out.
Good. What a great benefit to have that. Well, Dr. Azari, being a sort of a general practice with gynecology, kind of walk us through a little bit about, I get asked every day about Pap smears. Are Pap smears still indicated? How often do you do them? When do you stop doing them?
Actually, recently, about less than a year ago, American College actually modified the recommendation. And back, if you're going to take a look on the history of the Pap smear, it was very tight and then gradually get less and tight for screening based on we know more about the pathophysiology of the disease. Based on, for example, many years we were talking about annual exam as an annual Pap smear. Not anymore. The annual exam definitely should be done, but Pap smear for every year. Based on the current recommendation, right now the American College of OBGYN, the first Pap smear should be started at age 21, regardless of the past history of the sexual activity. It was against the previous recommendation. And basically, and keep going up to age 65, unless in the low-risk patient.
So what you're saying is start at age 21,
Correct.
and then every year.
No, after that one, if the patient is a low risk, if the patient have just cytology, just a regular
Right.
pap smear, it could be done every 3 years. But if patient, especially after age 30, if you have a cytology and HPV test done together, we call co-test. If both is negative, patient need to come back for low risk as every 5 years.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. I'm Dr. Mark Castellaw with Health Matters. Next, 6 million Americans suffer from this, and women are at more risk than men. Stay with us and find out what we're talking about.